Hi, I'm Dr. DJ. Hey there. Welcome back to the Sleep Solutions Lab, your place for real-world science on sleep, rhythms and health. I'm Dr. DJ, a sleep physician, sleep tech consultant and rhythm expert. It's episode 5 and we're going to explore, is your sleep trying to tell you something? Today, we're jumping straight into something I touched on last episode, your circadian rhythm, and why getting it right can change everything, from how well you sleep to even how long you live. The clock inside us. You may have heard of your body clock, but this isn't a metaphor, it's a biological fact. Back in the 60s, researchers discovered that if you put someone in total isolation, no clocks, no sunlight, no phone, the body clock will still keep within a 24-hour period. Our temperature, our hormone release are all ticking around this clock, and this is called a circadian rhythm, or Latin for about a day. We all have a master clock. It's a pacemaker which sits in our brain in a group of cells called a suprachiasmatic nucleus, or the SCN. It syncs to light, especially blue light, via special retinal cells in our eyes. And these cells send signals that help reset our internal body clock every day. And the SCN acts as our conductor, which drives all of our physiological processes. Every cell, every organ, and every gene that our body expresses has a circadian or 24-hour schedule. But what if your clock is a bit off? Let's talk about, does that really matter? Once a baby's circadian rhythm matures, they sleep better, they feed better, and they regulate their body more smoothly. But when there's a delay or a disruption, like in a genetic condition or a neurological condition, the sleep can go upside down or can be completely arrhythmic and have no pattern at all. In fact, in children diagnosed with conditions like autism, short sleep may be the very first thing that parents knows even before any of the symptoms emerge. And at the other end of the spectrum, like in dementia, sleep can be seriously compromised. In neurological conditions, something like Parkinson's, a sleep problem like restless legs can be an actual biomarker that presents before. So sleep may not just be a consequence of poor health, it can be an early red flag. So how can you learn about your rhythm and what can you do? Start off by figuring out your chronotype. There's a free online tool called the Morning Eveningness Questionnaire, or MEQ. It helps you understand whether you're a morning person, called a lark, or a night person, called an owl, or if you're something in between. This information matters. It helps guide your work hours, your eating patterns, and even what time you should be taking your medication. And with more wearables now tracking sleep and circadian metrics, you now have access to powerful tools if you know how to interpret them. So what's our final takeaway today? To sum it up, circadian rhythms guide nearly every function in our body. And when disrupted, they can accelerate or be a signal of early disease. So knowing about your rhythm may not just protect you, but it can help be a clinical strategy for your wellness. So my advice is, whether you're running a clinical trial, you're building a health tool, or working with patients, it's time to put the clock at the center of the conversation. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe, to like, or to share. And hopefully in the future we'll share some practical tools about supporting your internal clock with some simple backed science.